So do you have areas of stubborn fat that don't go away even when you eat right and exercise?
Well, some people might turn to liposuction surgery to get rid of excess fat, but new technology can now achieve liposuction results without going under the knife. We're at SCULPT Contemporary Cosmetic Surgery in Omaha today, joined by the medical director here, Dr. Jerry Stanley. It's good to see you again.
Good seeing you as well.
We are focusing today on TruSculpt, and there's a lot of buzz surrounding this for good reason. It's about the results, but first tell us what it is.
TruSculpt is really non-invasive body contouring. So it's a way to get some of the results that you can see with liposuction without ever breaking the surface of the skin or having any downtime and no surgical risk.
Which areas can you treat with TruSculpt, and what do you see most often here at your practice?
You can treat any area that has fat. That's what's kind of nice about it, is if you've got the fat, we can treat it. It really depends. A lot of guys like to get rid of their love handles or that little extra spare tire.
Okay, so I'm thinking about women, but what you're leading with is the guys.
The guys will do the love handles. A lot of the women will do the little area if you've just had the baby and you're having that little spot below your belly button, that little pooch that just doesn't want to go away. It's great because it'll help tighten that. You can do inner thigh, you can do outer thigh. Some people are doing their chins. It really depends on the area that bothers you.
How many treatments do you need before you start to see results?
We tell people you're going to want to do about 3 treatments. Most people will see results right about the start of their second treatment. So you're going to start seeing results after the first treatment, and then each treatment just gets substantially better with each subsequent treatment.
How long do the results last?
The results are permanent.
Okay, so you don't have to come back again.
You don't have to come back
in a year
again.
or two.
You can always get more somewhere else or someplace different, or if you like your results but you want to see even more results, you can do more than 3 treatments. But the results are permanent because what we're doing is permanently destroying the fat cells as well as tightening the skin.
Who's a good candidate for TruSculpt?
Anybody who has fat they don't like.
Okay, raise your hand if you've got that you do like. Because this is, to me, this is it. It's not about age or size, because I could even go back to when I was younger and I had that area. I mean, I never had kids, but I've always had that area that you're talking about. Yeah, below the belly button. I think for a lot of people, they've got those areas no matter how hard they're working out, no matter how long they've been eating right, those stubborn areas, they don't budge.
And the areas that no matter how much running, exercising, dieting, everywhere will look great except for the one area that you're focused on saying, I just can't change X. That's a great spot where you can really treat this medically, but non-surgically.
You take a lot of pride in bringing cutting edge technology to Omaha, and you speak about the harmony for your patients and how they feel and what they see when they look in the mirror, but it's really a whole picture for them.
Exactly.
Why was TruSculpt something you wanted to bring here?
There are a lot of modalities that will tout non-surgical fat reduction, and there are a couple of modalities that will actually treat the fat. The problem is if you just treat the fat but you don't treat the skin, you've created another problem. And with TruSculpt, you're able to actually reduce the fat, where you're actually destroying the fat cells so they're going away, but you're also tightening the skin. So you're really treating both problems at one time, whereas a lot of modalities are only temporary, or they'll only treat one of the two, so the results will actually make some problems worse.
Like with liposuction, why is this a better option for some people?
For some people in certain areas on the body, I tell people especially for chin, for inner and for outer thigh, this is a lot more of a gentle way to treat the tissue, so you're destroying the fat below it, but you're also tightening the skin. And with liposuction, you're going to see some skin tightening, but not to the degree of this, because this is putting a lot more energy into the tissue.
Dr. Stanley, thank you for having us out today.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Want to learn more about TruSculpt? Call 402-884-6700. And if you'd like to learn more about Dr. Stanley, the practice, and other services available, visit SCULPTOmaha.com.
And if somebody in that piece looked familiar, you saw executive producer Kayla Thomas in that piece. Hi, Kayla. And
More
she's here.
of me than usual.
Well, we did, but she's going to share her experience with us. I guess why did the concept of TruSculpt appeal to you?
Well, you guys know this about me. I eat fairly healthy for the most part. I work out a lot.
Every single day.
And I've had 2 babies, so I still definitely had that kind of just flap under my belly button that I just can't seem to get rid of. It's stubborn. It makes pants frustrating to put on. So when they said, hey, are you interested in trying out TruSculpt? I said, you know, for science, I think that I would be willing to make that sacrifice. for science.
That's funny.
What-
The question that a lot of people, and this was one of your questions for Dr. Stanley, what does it feel like? So once you were in and you were going through it, what was the sensation?
It's hot, and they tell you that,
It's like
especially
does
the
it burn?
first time.
Does it feel like it's burning?
It feels like it's burning, yeah. It gets very, very hot. That little wand that they put on, they use radio waves basically to melt the fat cells. So in my head, I was trying to picture like fat actually melting so that I could kind of deal with that sensation.
But it didn't last long, because
No,
I was in the room
no.
with you. It was sort of like stronger in the beginning, and then your body was used to it.
Well,
and
then
it was no
by the
big deal.
time they got to the fourth pulse, it was actually kind of comfortable, kind of like a
Yeah.
warm bath kind of feeling, almost relaxing. But in the beginning, it gets, if I wouldn't have had 6 people and a camera in the room, I might have been like, hold on. But I mean, when you're thinking about the ends justifies the means, so to speak.
Right, but it
So
wasn't unbearable.
No, it
Yeah.
was warm,
Yeah.
but it's not comfortable, but it wasn't unbearable. I would put it that way.
Now the results aren't immediate,
No.
but have you seen any results yet from the areas that they targeted?
You know, I put on a pair of shorts yesterday that I hadn't worn in a while, and in my head, I'm like, maybe these fit a little bit better. But it's only been about 2 weeks now.
And how long do you think it'll take before
They
you
say
see
it takes 3 to 4, more like a month,
Yeah.
and really 2 to 3 treatments to get those permanent results. Those before and after pictures, if I get anything like that, then it's going to be
You'll be
even better
psyched.
than just contributing
Right,
to
so-
science.
so-
Give us a word about Dr. Stanley and his team, because that to me is one of, when you're going in and you got the robe on, and sometimes I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of shy with that stuff, and I think they are so nice and they make you feel at ease. Did you experience that too?
Definitely. The atmosphere is just very welcoming. The rooms are very nice. The staff is so kind. The person who is giving me the treatment
Yeah.
was just so friendly. She talked me through. It's almost,
Yeah.
it's not like a comparison, but it's almost like when you have a contraction, because it's like a certain length of time, and it's like, okay, you can do this. Hold on.
Right, you've got this many seconds left.
So,
Yeah.
she just really made me feel warm, and Dr. Stanley explained everything
is
so
so
well.
good.
So
Yeah,
it was
he's good.
it was a great experience, and it'll be an even better experience in a couple weeks when
Well,
this
keep us-
is a lot flatter.
Keep us posted on that.
I will.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
Kayla.
Kayla.